babe of a city, but the biggest port in all Ireland.
You cannot appreciate Irish air without enduring the stench of our dogs.
It's
Can I
upon the
not?
strength of this port I plan to secure my kingship.
Assar told me that your throne may not be entirely steady.
King Flann needs some persuading is all. Dublin's vast trade web will bring wealth to all Ireland. If Flann can be made to see that, my kingship and that of my children's children will be safe.
I cannot guarantee your throne, but a vast trading web is within my power.
No one else I'd trust my commerce to, old man.
You let him call you that?
I call him worse
My
things.
king! I still owe you a horn of ale.
He owes him a horn of ale.
This is where I leave you.
Damn.
Don't miss the banquet.
I'll be there shortly.
Okay, where are we going, Chief? That's a pretty nice place.
My mighty king.
Aoife, this is my cousin, Eivor. Show him the bow I had you make for him.
This is for me? The craftsmanship is beautiful.
Me best work. Give her a try. Hit the targets before the sand runs out. Think you can get them all?
She doesn't sound Viking. She sounds like Irish.
I just want to get a feel for how the bow handles.
That's sure.
Watch my arrows fly.
I certainly will. Go.
I mean, my bow has gold on it. Oh, it's a light bow.
Damn good shot!
The bow
Dude,
needs
I can't
tuning,
aim with that
but
shit.
it's a very thoughtful gift.
You had a long sea voyage, haven't got your land legs yet.
Let me try that again. Oh, you motherfucker. I couldn't aim with that shit.
Well
I
done,
hate that
cousin.
bow.
Wait, is that a house of God?
Aye, Christ's own church. Ireland is mostly Christian now, and so is Dublin. Many Norse chew the wafer.
You make a place for them.
Them? I myself have a place in Christ's house, as I do in the house of Thor. So long as a god has my back, he has my altar.
So you're Christian.
I've built this city up from rubble. 20 years ago, us Vikings were beaten. The Irish took revenge and sacked Dublin.
Assar told me that it's a Viking city.
Norse founded it, and I nursed it back to health. When I became king, I was king of a mud pit.
Yeah, it's still pretty muddy. This is a mighty hall.
There, up ahead, my home. My only regret is that my mother and my wife aren't here to greet you. They've gone on pilgrimage to the mountains just now. The waters there improve mother's health. I am left to discipline my wayward son,
And to host a banquet.
which should be already underway.
Up, Barrett, Fodia.
Nice clapping. Little clapper.
Here we are. Please, go enjoy yourself. I must have a word with my son. Come meet him before the night's out.
Okay. Oh, you're already... How did you beat us here? What?
Assar, I was not sure if I would see you here.
Why is that?
I thought you'd rather take stock of your wares than placidly observe caterwauling Vikings.
And you would rather spend time with this gossiping auntie.
I like to greet everyone at parties.
There is no shortage of amusements. Enjoy yourself.
She's an auntie?
But king one day? What will become of Dublin?
Boy's still a fledgling. Hey, you're Boris' cousin. It's a grand do, isn't it?
Hi. Enjoying yourself?
It's great crack. It's a fine thing to celebrate future King Sigfrid.
I'm curious. How do you feel Barith has done as king?
Oh, he's done a lovely job, he has. Likes to throw feasts. Invites us common folk. More host than king, perhaps, but he's a fine man, and the city has never been busier.
More hosts than king.
Can I ask, what is your life like in this city?
Well, there's a fair amount of work, isn't there? Hauling crates, shoveling muck. I'm a tanner myself. Long days stripping hides and dousing them in cow piss. You can probably smell the stench.
I can. Enjoy the feast, friend.
You as well.
Anybody else? Looks like that's it.
Sigfrid! I expect my son to act like the future king, not roll in the muck.
So Flan will take you on as his farting court jester?
Think with your head and not your arse. Flan can assure my throne, which will one day be yours.
That makes you the ass.
Enough!
Oh.
Eivor, my son, Sigfrid. I'm sorry, I must clear my head. Could you speak to the boy?
You know he wanted to beat him.
Only shitbirds mock their father under his own roof.
Right. Because the cousin who just arrived has the authority over how I speak in my own home.
In Norway, you'd be knocked to the ground by now.
Come on then. If you've any guts worth respecting.
Fine.
Ooh, I'm
You
gonna
won't
knock
land
him
a
to the
single
ground.
Punch.
Put some respect on my name, bitch. Oh, he got bodied in 3 hits.
I guess I owe you thanks for not beating me bloody.
You were bloody.
I'm not here to quarrel with you, Sigfrid.
Da speaks so highly of you. I wanted to see if you lived up to the stories.
Does anyone? A visit to Norway might do a young Vikinger like you some good.
I'd love to go with Da. Maybe the homeland would kindle his warrior spirit. Give Dublin a fair and fearsome king.
You sound like a spoiled brat.
You're unhappy with how your father rules.
Da has the makings of a fine king, but he chooses to play the unctuous merchant instead.
I've lost track of your father. Any idea where he might be?
He wanted to clear his head. That means he's visiting grandfather's grave. Da has a chat with him almost every day.
Barith can commune with the dead?
No, his conversations are all one-sided. The grave sits at the top of the hill.
I'll find him. Thank you, Siegfried.
Eivor, teach me how to hit like that sometime.
To the hills. There's probably a viewpoint here we want. Yep. Let's get the viewpoint before we start heading somewhere. Our big wooden house. That's pretty good looking. interesting how they kind of quarter off the town too. You know, you got this big wall here, kind of making a dock area. You've got this, your merchants area. Then you got your king's area. And then the natural rock wall kind of carves out this religious area. You got the Christian church we're on, and you got the ancient tree. Now let's get over to that hill. Big walls. New music. I'm pretty sure I haven't heard this track.
Barith. Why so uneasy?
A king must forever be on guard. When I'm upset or uncertain, I come here to seek my father's spirit.
I didn't even ask after him. Somehow I knew he'd...
Some years ago, he was destined to die in battle, and he did.
He sits with Odin now. My family owes yours a sullen debt.
That winter, your family came to stay with us. I remember your birth, screaming like a warrior.
The plague year. No one would take us in. No one but your mother and father. I owe your family my life.
And what a life we had. I have fond memories of you and I slipping out to hunt.
In dead of night. Stars in the sky, moonlight on snow. And that's how I got that scar.
I do feel bad about that. What about the one on your cheek?
This? A caution from the gods about my vanity.
Come, if we tell all our stories, we'll be here a week.
Do you see something?
My imagination run amok, but let us away.
Something was watching. What the?
Funny how just the slightest noise sets a fellow on edge.
Why Thor's hammer, Barith? I could sleep a week.
Not as spry as the old days, eh? When we'd search the night in hopes of catching a will-o'-the-wisp.
Did we catch one? I have a memory of catching one.
It's raining.
Boris Matiwan, give yourself up.
What the bandits?
Grab him. Bite his hands.
Who are these men?
Damn you bastards! Now you're dead.
I'm good.
Who were they?
My ascension to the throne has not been without contest. The previous king's son, Thorstein, is resentful.
You told me nothing of this.
You are my guest. I'm not going to burden you with petty concerns.
Petty concerns. I now know why you've been anxious all evening.
Aye, 'tis worrying. He's never been so bold before.
He sees you as a usurper to his throne.
Perhaps, but he doesn't seem to want to take it. He contents himself by stealing and smuggling with his band of ruffians. It's petty Viking raiding, but it puts me in a bad light with Flann.
Why
That's
is he
certain.
walking like that? You look a little stiff, my dude. Maybe he'll walk normal now? No, he looks like he's been riding a horse all day.
Keep a sharp watch. Brigands rove the streets tonight.
You can be sure of me, my king.
What? You know I am always the last to leave a party. What is wrong?
We were ambushed by Thorstein's men. Rivals I was not made aware of.
Small wonder King Flann does not embrace you, Bodith. You cannot keep control of the Vikings in your own city.
Thorstein makes me look like more of an arse than I do on my own.
I see. It is the High King's disfavor that makes this shameful. My cousin, I will take care of Thorstein.
No, I do not want to drag you into this sorry mess. Perhaps you'll accept silver to lie low.
For a week
Kill
or two,
the fucker.
but then he'll be back, and back again. I can remove this blood, once and for all.
Eivor, this is not your fight.
For any and all of your god's sakes, Bodith, let Eivor help you.
As of this moment, Bodith, my arm is yours. Whatever is needed to bring Flann's smile upon you, I will do.
Eivor, I have never been so happy.
Your family saved mine those years ago. A fitting reply would be to secure your throne. I will start with Thorstein.
It happens that Siegfried may know something. He once ran with Thorstein's gang.
Sadly
What?
true. Seek him tomorrow in the marketplace. After a night of carousing, he likes to recuperate there.
We will begin to forge a bond with High King Flann on Rise of Sun.
You let your son, heir to your throne, run with a gang that wants to take down the king. What? In what world does that make sense?
Bodith said Siegfried would be at the marketplace. I need to learn about Thorstein.
Let's go learn about Thorstein.